Hey, what's going on? Ken Hammond here from MarketingMaverick.com. The question of the day is, if you're at a social gathering, my wife and I like to hang out and get invited to different parties and social events, and it never fails, of course, when you meet someone new, when you meet someone that you've never met who knows nothing about you, one of the common questions that come up is, so what do you do, Ken? So what do you do, Mark? So what do you do this? So what do you do that? And what do you say? Is there an awkward pause? Is there an immediate cool answer that comes out of your mouth? Or you just leave the person high and dry thinking, man, this guy or girl is a dud. So a couple things I want to share with you. There's a 3-step formula that I've used that works amazingly well. Because before I was like always stumbling for words, it just never came out right, and it never, elicited any follow-up questions like, "Oh, that sounds cool. Tell me more about that." And that's what you want to get. So here's some examples, some funny ones that I've heard that are just so lame, and people will think you're just a lame person and not very interesting at all. Sometimes I've heard, and I've said this before too a couple times. Not knowing the 3-step formula, oh, so Ken, what do you do? I'm a marketing consultant. And they're like, oh, sounds interesting, cool. Hey, I think I'm gonna grab another drink. Nice to meet you. And oh, so what do you do, Ken? Oh, I have my own business. Okay, anything else? And what the person's gonna ask you, well, okay, well, are you gonna tell me more? Or are you just gonna leave it at that? And the funniest one I've heard, I swear to God, I've never said this before, it's, oh, I'm in the health and wealth business. Which one do you want to hear about first? And it's like, oh, come on, dude. You didn't just say that, did you? I'm going to throw up and head to the bathroom right now. It was very nice to meet you. Fun stuff. But here is the 3-step formula, okay? 1, make sure to ask them a question that they will say yes to, okay? So an example of this, maybe for myself, they say, hey, oh, Ken, what do you do? I said, well, you know how a lot of people now are starting their own home business using the internet? And everybody's heard of somebody doing that, right? And they go, yeah, that's cool. And then the second step is tell them exactly what you do. So again, in this case, I say, well, I show them the marketing tools and the software and also the traffic sources they need so they don't get ripped off and lose a lot of money. Oh, very cool. That's understandable. That's cool. And then the third step is tell them the main benefit they get from working with you. So it's basically so they actually make money on a monthly business and have a lot of time, and I show them how to generate income streams that pay them month after month on autopilot so they don't have to work day in and day out, which is pretty cool. So that's it. And then usually they say, oh, really? That sounds interesting. What are these different income streams? And then it just totally opens up the conversation so it flows a lot better. You'll get a lot of different questions about, well, what about traffic? What kind of software do you recommend? Things like that. And you can be totally open with them. It's very cool. So I hope this helps you, and I hope when you're out at a networking event or a party or any social gathering, you have your 3-step formula ready to go so you don't have those lame things. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much. And comment below and also hit that Facebook like button as well. And let me know the lamest answers you've ever heard at a social gathering about the question, what do you do? So thanks again. Leave your comments below. We'll see ya.